Hello, in this video, we are going to be talking about a hack that is great when using the native ConvertKit integration that comes with Kajabi. So let's dive in first to just a little bit of background on that integration, and then we will talk about the hack. So underneath your settings on the bottom left-hand side of your account, if you click into third-party integrations, if you have ConvertKit connected, you will toggle this on, add your ConvertKit API key, and then be able to connect it and click Save. Then what can happen is that when somebody fills out a form or makes a purchase, they can be added to your ConvertKit account. So if we look in my sample offer right here and go into the settings, underneath notifications, I have it toggled on to send them to ConvertKit, and then I have the form ID added in here that I want them to be sent to in ConvertKit. So in ConvertKit, I have a form set up, and right now it's just called my Kajabi sample form, but you can name it with your course and call it like Kajabi course purchase form. So you're gonna have the form set up, and it's gonna have at least first name and email address. But no one's actually going to see this form. So you don't need to stylize this form, anything like that. It's purely the vessel for collecting the purchaser's name and email address when they purchase. So that form ID is right up here in the URL. You're going to copy these numbers, and that is what gets added into Kajabi underneath the ConvertKit integration for the form ID. Now that form is going to be able to trigger whatever you want to happen next in ConvertKit. So underneath the visual automations, I have a Kajabi course purchase automation set up so that when somebody fills out that form, and that's going to be by purchasing on the checkout page in Kajabi, then they're going to be subscribed to a welcome email sequence that I want them to get with some of the important course information. So if we go back now to the checkout page in Kajabi and we go to that sample offer and look at the checkout page, you can see this is where they can add in their email address and their name, create their password, and purchase. Now, here is where kind of the tricky part comes in that causes some issues. When somebody purchases in Kajabi, their email address is going to get sent over to ConvertKit. That is fine, but it collects their full name here on the checkout page. But in ConvertKit, it only collects in that sample form their first name. So you can see here, it's collecting their first name in that field, not their full name. But Kajabi sends their full name over to that first name field. The reason that that can become an issue is because when you go to write an email sequence and you say, hello, and then you insert the personalization for their first name, like that. I already got that added in there. The problem is, once it was sent over from Kajabi, that information is actually their full name. So it's going to be saying hello, their full name. So if that bothers you and you really want to be able to only send them their first name, here is the hack. Change this subscriber first name instead to subscriber first name and then split. That is going to split it so that it only includes their first name, not their full name. And it's going to make sure that it's lowercase except for the first letter is going to be capitalized. This also helps if somebody enters, their name in all capitals or something like that, this will just pull their first name out and capitalize just the first letter of their first name. So instead of using this liquid code, use this liquid code in your emails instead, and you'll be able to just insert their first name into the email. I hope this little hack helps if you are using the ConvertKit integration in Kajabi.